Hi, I'm Nancy Barrow, the engagement manager and the podcast host for Connecticut Paid Leave. And this is a new interview segment called 5 Minutes of Impact. Short but powerful conversations with Connecticut Changemakers. And our changemaker today is Naomi Twickler, the Connecticut Be Smart lead for Moms Demand Action. Hi, Naomi, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Impact.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, I'm really happy to have this conversation today. So let's start. Let's get some information from you. Can you tell us about Be Smart? What do you do and who do you help?
Yeah, thank you. So Be Smart is a nonpartisan educational campaign launched in 2015 that we're under the umbrella of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America, which is a larger national grassroots organization. We aim to raise awareness that secure gun storage, so storing guns locked, unloaded, and separate from ammunition can save children's lives. It's a sad fact that firearms are now the leading cause of death for children in America. So we use an acronym, Be Smart, to convey this message. S stands for secure all guns in your homes and vehicles. M is adults modeling responsible behavior around guns for their children. A is about asking about the presence of unsecured guns in others' homes. This is particularly important, if you're sending a kid over for a play date, making sure that you're asking those questions. R is about recognizing the role of guns in suicide. It's also very much true that guns play a uniquely lethal role in suicide in the way that no other means do. And so we really can't talk about suicide prevention without acknowledging this. And then T is telling your peers to be smart. So really just spreading this message as much as possible.
I love this program so much. It's as it is a smart program. Is there a project or initiative that you're focused on right now, or is there a program that you're really proud of?
Yeah, a couple of things that we're working on, goals for 2025. One is really trying to work with schools and school districts to distribute this type of information to families. This is an issue that is a home issue, not a school issue. When kids do bring a firearm into school, overwhelmingly, they've gotten that firearm from their home. And, there's a lot of different programs of drills for active shooters or even trying to educate kids about firearm safety. But the research shows that none of those things are effective at all and can even be more traumatizing without having any benefit. So this is really an issue for parents and caregivers to be addressing in the home. So we're working with schools trying to get it, our information. We have some short, nifty little flyers sent home to families. And then another thing that we are doing is also working with different law enforcement agencies. We have pretty strong gun laws, here in Connecticut. However, there's having the gun law, there's people knowing about the law, and there's the law being enforced, which are all different things. So even though we have this law, we're wanting to still make sure that we're partnering, with law enforcement, and we are distributing that information, making sure, families know about it, as well as offering tools on how do you do this, how do you securely store firearms, and even giving out free gun locks.
It's really important information, right? It's life or death information.
It really is.
Mm-hmm. How can our viewers or listeners get in touch with Be Smart, or how can they work with you, Naomi?
Yeah, we always say, don't thank us, join us. So we are always looking for people who are wanting to spread this message more and more. You can email me at teambesmartct@gmail.com. That goes right to me, and I will absolutely respond. Whether you have an hour a month or whatever you have, there's something that you can do. And so we're always encouraging people to join us and also just start having those conversations with their, people that they might be sending their kids over to their house to really start normalizing this conversation.
This is such an amazing program. And I'm sorry, but that's all the time we have on 5 Minutes of Impact. Short but powerful conversations with Connecticut Changemakers. And I want to thank our Changemaker today, Naomi Twickler, the Connecticut Be Smart lead for Moms Demand Action, for this really, really important conversation. Thanks so much for joining us, Naomi. It was a pleasure talking with you today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Nancy Barrow, and for a deeper dive into Connecticut paid leave, please listen to the Paid Leave podcast on our website at ctpaidleave.org. And thanks for listening to us.